From the Bob Mills Weather Center, meteorologist Stephen Nehrenz.
Well, the nice weather by late August standards continues. You may have probably noticed out the door so far today, kind of some haze on the horizon. That is actually some smoke from those Canadian wildfires. It won't mess with air quality significantly today, but you'll continue to notice it, I think, through the afternoon, even this evening. Taking a look from gathering place, a couple little puffy little cumulus clouds. Another day where there's not much of a heat index factor. So we've been on a nice run with that recently so far this week. 85, and I just show you the heat index to show you that there's pretty much a lack of one. We keep dew points in the low 60s. That's where we like to keep them. Temperatures mid to upper 80s, almost exactly where we were at lunchtime yesterday. Just a hair cooler around Pryor, Grove, 83 to 84. A hair warmer around McAllister, Wolverton in the upper 80s. Pushing 90, and again, a nice northeasterly breeze. Some hazy, kind of smoky skies. Again, where you're seeing kind of these gray and, tan beige colors on this graphic, that's where the smoke in the air is showing up a little bit thicker at times, and it'll kind of waffle back and forth this afternoon, this evening. Where you see these yellows, oranges, that's indicating the much thicker smoke that's, again, emanating from those fires. It's been an awful, awful wildfire season in southern Canada. They're still dealing with that, and the more northerly upper level flow of the last couple days has brought some of that our direction. So that'll continue to linger today. We may see some of the thicker smoke drift towards kind of central Oklahoma later this evening into tonight. And in general, it looks like with the upper level pattern tomorrow, we'll start to see it maybe thin out a little bit more. Won't maybe go away completely, but I think it may be slightly less noticeable tomorrow. And Hurricane Idalia, which again made landfall this morning, is a very strong Category 3 hurricane. It briefly reached Category 4 strength before it made landfall. Still Category 1 strength as it moves through southeast Georgia, and it has had some very strong wind gusts with it. Not all the wind sensors are reporting right now. Some of them have stopped reporting after the hurricane has rolled through, which often means they had strong enough winds that it may have knocked out power there. But we're still seeing gusts even all the way down to Jacksonville, Florida, more above tropical storm strength. And we'll see a lot of that through southeast Georgia into southern South Carolina as it continues to move to the east. Still Category 1 strength through the afternoon hours. It's still a strong tropical storm as it tracks over South Carolina tomorrow morning, and then we'll drift back out in the Atlantic and kind of just sit there in a much weakened state over the weekend. It may actually impact Bermuda by the end of the weekend. Again, a lot weaker than it is right now. It won't go back to that major hurricane strength, but its remnants will kind of hang out in the Atlantic for a while. Back to our weather. Highs today almost exactly the same as yesterday, maybe a degree or two difference in spots. Some cumulus clouds moving on through, a northeast breeze, highs in the low 90s. Tomorrow morning, again, will be very comfortable. Most of us in the low 60s, and I don't have upper 50s on the map, at least here, but I think some spots around Copan and Nowata and into portions of Creek County, some of those typical low-lying cooler areas, I think we'll have some upper 50s on the map in the morning in those spots. Tomorrow, upper 80s, low 90s will keep the trend going. Tomorrow evening, college football is back. TU taking on Arkansas Pine Bluff. It is going to be, again, by late August standards, a great evening for football at Chapman Stadium. Tailgating before the game will be at about that high of the day, about 91. Kickoff temperature in the upper 80s, and then as we head towards the fourth quarter, it should be dropping into the upper 70s. So it'll be a very, very nice night at Chapman Stadium. Looking ahead to the Labor Day weekend, temperatures slowly climb. I think even Friday will still be pretty good, and even Saturday really not all that bad. I mean, getting a little toasty. Sunday and Monday is where it changes a bit more, and this is why, because dew point values, humidity values, really pretty reasonable through the end of the week through Saturday, but they come up Sunday and Monday, and what that means is that the heat index values start to climb as we head into Sunday and Labor Day Mondays. That eventually comes back at us, but still, we're kind of delaying it into the second half of the weekend as far as the higher humidity goes, so enjoy the next several days. The mornings remain very nice tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, again, even Saturday, I think we'll start off pretty nice. Sunday, Monday, again, that's going to be hotter, more humid conditions. It should make for good lake weather for the tail end of the Labor Day holiday weekend. The heat likely continues next week, and we may eventually start bringing in some slight chances for showers and storms.
That's some